So I slowly built up my gear with the help of Adventure 16, and I began my journey of learning how to backpack. And one of the things I did, and I learned very quickly, is from them, is I rented some gear, rented a backpack on one of our first backpacking trips with my friends, and they had a great program where you can rent their backpack, and if you liked it, then you could apply that rental fee towards your purchase of your backpack at the store, and that really intrigued me. That told me just how serious they were about helping you out, getting you geared up and ready to go. And so the backpacking journey began. And I also learned from them that you could take beginner backpacking courses where they would take a group of people out with a couple of guides and show you all the ins and outs of backpacking. From what gear do you need, what kind of equipment, what kind of clothing, what kind of food, what kind of stove, everything, you name it. And that was intriguing. So I took that. I took the backpacking course, and come to find out, this was in 2001, I believe, or 2002. After I booked the course, unfortunately, this was the last course. In fact, the San Diego store had canceled the last one that I booked, but they still had one going from the LA store. So I jumped into that class, and the reason why they were doing it or canceling it, which was I guess because of liability reasons over the years. So I jumped on that class and got a chance to really learn all the ins and outs of backpacking. And keep in mind, back in early 2000s, there really wasn't a lot of information on the web. So it was a lot of, you needed to buy books or, go into the store and talk to the employees and, learn how to backpack, really. There was really no other source. So this was a great opportunity for me to really, lay down the foundation on how to backpack, how to do it right, and it helped me tremendously. The two guides that were guiding were amazing. They made the entire backpacking experience, fun, and they had just a ton of knowledge, and they made it easy to learn because it was fun and interesting. And we went to the San Jacinto mountains there and hiked up to Saddle Junction and went out to the fire lookout. Was kind of our destination. We didn't peak on that trip because it was more focused on just learning how to backpack, how to set up your tent, how to put out your air mattress, your sleeping bag, get situated, cook your food, what kind of food, that kind of thing, how to pack your pack, and then how to find a good source of water and filter it and process it. So I felt great that I was able to get that in before it stopped. And I was actually sad that it was stopping because it's such a great thing. It's too bad that liability just gets in the way. It's a double-edged sword, I suppose. So ultimately, I began my backpacking career after that. I shouldn't say career, my backpacking hobby from then on. Once I went to that class from Adventure 16, that really catapulted me into doing backpacking trips. And at the time, my friends they weren't really into it as much. So I ended up really going out on my own alone. I worked freelance in the film industry at the time, so a lot of my friends had regular jobs, and it was hard to break away. I often went on weekdays, to minimize the crowds and take advantage of the free time I had when I wasn't booked on a job. And I did that, and it was tremendous. I thoroughly enjoyed that period of my life, and I really owe it to A16. They helped me make it comfortable, and I had the right equipment to handle the elements, and that's really the key out there. And when you're backpacking, is you're dealing with the elements, you're dealing with Mother Nature, and she can throw you some strong winds, some strong rain, some cold nights, you name it. Some hot, sunny, blistering days. You know, Mother Nature is gonna throw you a curveball here when you're out and exposed in the elements. So you really have to have the right equipment to handle those different elements that happen, be it wind or rain or heat or cold, all that stuff. You just have to have the right layering system, the right shelter, get you out of that so you can weather the storm.